All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back live with you here on the Steve Malzberg Show from our New York City studios. To your phone calls we go. 877-NEWSMAX, 877-639-7629. And I promise you, today is Thursday. Tomorrow, another all-star show. Governor Bill Richardson will be here to talk about that poor college student who was sentenced to 15 years hard labor in North Korea. We'll talk to him about that. And Cheryl Atkinson will be here, and a cast of thousands. So make sure you're tuned in again tomorrow. Let's go to Lewis from the Villages in Florida. Hello, Lewis.
Hi, Steve. You know, getting through to you is like getting a ham sandwich at a Seder dinner.
I'm not, okay, that's very hard to do. Okay, I appreciate that.
No, I've been trying for weeks to get through to you. Listen, I voted for Trump, but then again, I also voted for Robert Taft. To give you an idea how old I am.
Well,
no, I'm not kidding. I didn't like Ike.
Well, God bless you. Yeah. Well, what do you like about Trump?
All right, this bit, it's going to be brought up time and time again, this bit of eminent domain. Look at downtown Pittsburgh. It all started out with the three buildings, the equitable buildings, all through eminent domain. Pittsburgh wouldn't be what it is today if it weren't for that. And people get paid. I don't understand what the big deal is. They talk about that woman who was kicked out of her home. She got paid.
You mean in Atlantic City. Yeah, but the problem is, you know, would you want to be, if you lived in one place for 50 years, would you want to be kicked out, told you have to go? And then they talk about fair market value. I don't know the particulars in that case. I don't know the particulars in the Arlington Stadium case where Bush was involved, the Bush family or whatever, but the Texas Rangers. But sometimes it's not fair value. I mean, it's a very cloudy issue. But, you know, I hear you. And it's kind of unique that would be your issue, but I appreciate it, Lewis. Call again and say hello to all my friends down there in Florida in the Villages. Let's go now to Rich from White Plains here in New York. Hello, Rich.
Hi, Steve. How you doing?
Good. How are you, sir?
Well, Steve, maybe you could tell me how Donald Trump and his good brain can't figure out that the rules say you have to have 1,237 delegates to win the nomination. I mean, why is it that he feels he should only have to come close?
Well, because I think he feels that if he wins the majority of states and he wins an overwhelming majority of delegates to the point where he's within 100 or less, to give it to somebody who didn't even run, I think it's unfair. And I also think it's you'll see a revolt. I don't know if you'll see riots. He wasn't calling for riots. I'm not calling for riots. But I think you'll see Hillary Clinton win the nomination, win the presidency.
Aren't the rules the rules, Steve?
No, the rules could be changed anytime the RNC wants to change them. They did change them. They changed them so that Ron Paul couldn't become the nominee. And now because of some of those changes, Trump is benefiting from some of them. They could change them anytime they want.
What are the rules right now?
Yeah, you got to get the proper amount of delegates. But yeah, absolutely. But to take it from somebody who has energized the party the way he has, energized and brought in Democrats and independents, and is just is poised to take the White House and give it to an establishment candidate who was going to lose. You know, if that's what you want, if you want a Supreme Court that's going to bring back affirmative action and gun rights, abortion on demand forever for the next 40 years. Then elect Hillary. What can I say?
You think Trump is bringing Republicans together?
I think he's bringing a coalition of people together that include Republicans, independents, and fed-up Democrats who will roll over Hillary. Absolutely. And the goal is to beat Hillary and keep the Supreme Court. Or we're done.
There's exit polling that shows between 40 and 50% of people would vote for a third party.
Well, I don't believe it. Rich, I got to go. I'm out of time. We're coming back.